In this video, I will show you how to add a smart discount pop-up to your Shopify store quickly and easily. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. So once we are signed up and we have access to Elfsight and all of the Elfsight widgets, the widget that we are specifically looking for in order to create a smart discount pop-up is the Popup widget. So to find this, we want to go to search widgets right here, and we can search for Popup. And right here, this is the Popup widget that we are looking for. So we can click into this. And right here, it's now going to ask us to choose a template to start with. Now, out of all of the templates to choose from, the one I recommend going for is this one right here, because this is already built out. This is already a smart discount pop-up, and we can just go in and edit this. So we can select this and then click continue with this template. And in here, inside of the builder, this is now where we can edit this pop-up and make it look how we would like it to look. So the way this works is this pop-up right here is built up of these blocks. We have an image, then some text, then spacing, a heading, spacing, text, and a form right here. So we can either go in and we can edit this as it is and not really do any heavy uplifting by just clicking into the image, clicking here, and then we can replace this with our own image. And then we could go down to this next section and we could say, okay, this is already pretty good. Subscribe to our newsletter and get, let's say, a 20% discount for your first purchase. So just click into these and you can edit them, or alternatively, you can delete each of these elements and add in new elements here at the bottom. That is how we can build this out. We can also customize the background color if you would like to, but I'm going to leave this as white. We can then go to the layout and we can choose the layout of this and how this is going to appear on the website. We can then choose the reopen button. So if we go ahead and turn this on, when somebody clicks out of this, they're going to have the option to reopen this. I think this is awesome for smart discount pop-ups. We can change the text, we can change the icon, the position, and whereabouts this is on the website. We can then choose if this is like filled or outlined, the color, the corner radius, and everything like that. We can then choose the backdrop of this as well. So when we open this up, I wouldn't recommend changing this, but you can if you like. The way that they've already done this with it, it's grayed out, but you can still see the background. This is perfect as it is. And then finally, we can choose if we want to have this close button on or not. So that is the layout area. We can then go down to settings, and something very important on here that you might want to play around with is the triggers. So this is essentially what trigger is it that's going to bring this pop-up up. Is this as soon as somebody loads onto the page? Is this a specific amount of time on the page? So let's say 10 seconds. Is this when somebody scrolls? Is this on scroll element? Is this on click or on exit intent? You can set up the trigger right there. And then if we go back, we can play around with a few more settings, like who we want to show this to, the pages that we want to show this on, the devices that we want to show this on, and we can also set up a schedule here as well. But once we have this created, all we then have to do is click on publish. And then Elfsight is going to take us over to this page where we can now choose a plan. Now, the plan that you go for is going to depend on how many monthly views your Shopify store gets. So with this basic plan, for example, this is going to allow us up to 5,000 monthly Shopify views. With Pro, this is going to allow us up to 50,000 and so on and so forth. We also have this free plan with Elfsight. Now, this is awesome if you are testing Elfsight out and you just want to play around with this, or even if you have like a really small website with under 200 monthly views, this could be fantastic as well, but it is pretty limited. As I said, 200 monthly views and Elfsight branding. If you actually want to put this live and on your website, I'd recommend going for one of these paid plans. Once your plan has been selected, Elfsight is then going to give us this piece of code. And this code is how we are going to embed the pop-up onto our Shopify store. So to do this, we just click on copy code, and then we can open up Shopify right here. Of course, open up the editor. And then all we need to do is click on add section right here. The section that we are looking for is called custom liquid. So we add this in right here, and then we just go to this liquid code box and paste in the code that we just copied. So this is all now set up, and what I will do is I will preview the website. I think I set a 10-second limit on this, so this should pop up after 10 seconds. So we'll just give it a little bit of time to go ahead and pop up. I maybe should have put the time down a little bit to 3 seconds or 5 seconds, but there we go. You can see this is now working, and that is how you can add a smart discount pop-up to your Shopify store.